Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm here with Tarisland, which is a brand new free-to-play MMORPG. It's made by Tencent. It's a cross-platform MMO. It's on PC and mobile. Now this is the currently we're going through a global closed beta. I say closed beta loosely because there was a really bad error that they made where people got invited, like myself. I got invited, but in the email, all it had was a link to the launcher to download. So tons of people over on their Discord, on Reddit, on Twitter, just basically shared out the link. So both the servers, there's only an NA and a Asia server for this test. Both of those basically got full within like the first 2 or 3 hours. So it was a bit of a free-for-all, but luckily for me, I was up ready for when the servers went live, so I was in the game. We're now on max level for the test, which is level 40. Wanted to wait and obviously play for a few days, get to the end of near enough to the end of the beta. There's still a few more days left. I've been streaming this game daily over on my Twitch, so I'll pin that in the comment section down below. If you want to jump in the next couple of days that the beta's live, where I'll be playing this game, I do a PvP, PvE. But yeah, the reason why this video is I wanted to just talk about my thoughts and is this game worth your time when it actually goes live, fully launched, which they're saying this year, 2023. So I'm hoping that it's going to be towards, before the end of the year, maybe October, November, fingers crossed. But as we all know, things get delayed. They have already stated they're going to be doing more tests, sorry. So yeah, currently we have for classes, there is the warrior, paladin, mage, bard, priest, and there's going to be an assassin class. It's not in this beta test, but hopefully it's in the Chinese version, so hopefully it's going to be coming to the global version. Yeah, there's also a berserk class as well, sorry. The game is actually, obviously, like I said, it's a cross-platform between mobile and PC. Going into this game was a bit of a meme for me because I made a video when it got advertised, when they announced it as, this is the WoW killer. Now, the reason for saying that is because WoW is no longer going to be available in China. So this is basically, this game was made to replace WoW in China. And to be fair, they've done a really good job. Now, the game looks nice. Some people don't like this stylized graphics, but I'm a big fan. I think it's really, really good. The game as well plays really, really smooth. Obviously, there is some lags, there's some hitches because it's a beta test. Also, I'm in EU and I'm playing on an NA server, so there's going to be lag. But I mean, there's so much to do. We've got the skills here. As a mage, or on all classes, you have 2 choices. As a mage, we have ice or frost, but we have ice or fire. Fire is basically more crit damage, and ice is more combo and CC style, sort of a play style. But all of the classes have 2. So as a paladin, you can be a tank spec or a DPS. And the paladins are I'm going to say one thing: the paladins are broken in this game. They're so strong. Tanks are really, really strong in PvP as well. When there's the healer, the PvP meta right now is basically have paladins, have tanks, have healers, and people are just not dying. So something's got to be changed there. But basically, forgot to say ranger. I think I left out the rangers, but yeah. So there's that. There is only, as you can see here, there is only 6 skills, and we have choice of a lot of talents here that you can put points into. That does different things, gives you more, crit damage, gives you more cooldowns, the usual stuff that you would expect. There's also what they call ultimates. I don't really call it an ultimate. This is a dash that I've got a shield here, or you can have a body of flame. There's spell disruption and spell restraints. But either way, a lot of people have been saying, oh, does this game feel bad because there's only 6 abilities or yada yada yada. There's actually, well, technically there's 8 abilities, but I don't know what people expect. Like, I personally, I'm not a big fan of having 20 skills on my hotbar. Some people might like that. I don't really like that. For me, it just feels like a waste, and you never use all of them, in my opinion. So to me, it just feels bizarre. But yeah, you have mounts, you have flying mounts, as you can see here. You have land mounts. Now, to use the flying mounts, you have to unlock your reputation in each zone. I haven't managed to do that in the beta because it takes ages, and I've been trying to obviously just enjoy the game and for what it is. You can craft. We have artifacts here, which basically, as you can see here, it's a Rubik's cube, and you have to collect these fragments. Once you have enough fragments, you upgrade, and it gives you, you can see here, gives you more attributes for your class. Now, things to do, as you can see here, we have let me go back here. You have Arcane Realm, which is essentially Mythic Plus or a Nightmare Dungeon, where you go in. Where does it show us here? There's different affixes here. There we go. So you have daily affixes. You have every 3 days it changes. So this one changes every day. This one changes every 3 days. And then this one is every season. So this makes it, just think of this the easiest way for me is like Lost Ark's version of Chaos Dungeons, WoW's version of Mythic Plus, New World's Mutations, and Diablo's Nightmare Dungeons. So yeah, this is really cool. There's obviously leaderboards for this, as you can see here. Leaderboard rankings for that. For those of you that like to, you know, just sweat your socks off. We have normal dungeons here. There is a normal difficulty and an elite difficulty, as you can see. There is no cap on these dungeons, by the way. You can literally farm these over and over and over again to your heart's content, because you can farm till you get the gear you want. You can also farm to get these medals, and then these medals you can use, you can redeem them in a shop, which I'll show you, and you can then buy gear that way as well. And then of course we have raids. Now the raids, as you can see, there's quite a few. These aren't going to be unlocked. This one I believe will be unlocked tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure. But this one, they've already said on Discord, we're not going to get a chance to see this one. But yeah, you have different raids here. You can do it 10 times to get rewards, and then obviously every week. And then once you've done it 10 times, that's your lot for the week, which is fine. Mechanics wise on the raids, really cool. They're hard, but not too hard. So they're casual friendly enough, but it does require people to actually pay attention and do it, otherwise you will just wipe. Which, when you're pugging like I am in the beta as well, it's been a absolute nightmare. The amount of times people have not listened, or we've wiped and people just instantly leave. So yeah, there is also PvP. So we've got PvP battlegrounds. Now, the only thing that's a little bit negative to me is the PvE, like the dungeons, the PvE, you can do that all day long. There's no time restraints, but this isn't the only game to do this, but for some reason they restrain the battlegrounds from 10 to midnight. Now I know obviously that people might say, well, that is near enough all day, but this time doesn't match my country, so it's very hard to work out when that is. I just wish it was just open all the time. Why do games do this? Why do we need this? So hopefully they'll listen to the feedback and they might get rid of that time restraint. Now also another thing to add in this beta, which we're not sure if this is going to go to the full game or not, there's been a daily level cap, which I'm on the fence about. I'm not sure whether it should be kept or whether they should remove it. The reason being is I think they've got it so that the casual player doesn't get, you know, you can't, the sweaty player can't snowball, and then the casual player feels, you know, that they can't catch up. To be honest, whether the XP has been boosted for the beta or not, you could level pretty darn fast anyway, through the dungeons. So there's that. There's also a solo dungeon, a solo boss, where you have to go through different levels, different floors, and then you choose different what do they call it? Here you go. They call them whispers. So again, this is just like an affix. You just select which ones you want. It has to add up to whatever they tell you. So 400 points. So you have to go down and choose, you know, give the monsters more HP, give yourself less healing, etc. Things like that. So that's really cool. It's a challenge. You get some good rewards from doing that. And then that isn't all. We have obviously you have guilds, you can have trading. Oh, again, this is also time gated, the trading. For some reason, the trading place is only open from certain times of the day. Again, I'm not too sure why, but it is what it is. These are small little nitpicky things that you know, it's not the end of the world. I feel like there's no need to have them in my personal opinion. Oh, also, just to add as well, there's world bosses. So you have one here. This is a new one that just came today. And then there was also, oh, it's gone right now, but there was another world boss in over here. So there's one world boss there. There's obviously one world boss here, and I'm assuming there's going to be one here, and I'm assuming there'll be one maybe here as well. So we have a lot of content. There's raids, PvP battlegrounds. There's also going to be PvP arenas. They're not in this closed test, but it's on the achievement, so we know that's definitely coming. So PvP, dungeons, raids, mythic plus as you like, solo tower dungeons. There's of course different mounts you can collect. There's challenges. There's open world exploration as well. So there's reputation, like I touched upon. There's tons of side quests. Now, is this game perfect? No, of course not. But what game is? Is this game really, really good? Yes, I think it's really, really good. I think it's worth your time. It runs very, very smooth considering it is a mobile cross-platform game with PC. There's going to be seasons as well in this game. So a lot of people, some people are really, really hyped about that. A lot of people in the community have been a little bit, oh my God, what's the point in farming and you know, grinding for gear if it's going to get reset? But think of it this way. In what MMO do you keep the same gear for the whole time you play the game? That you don't. New expansions come out, the meta changes, and why the heck would you want to have the same gear the whole time? So yeah, I think it's a breath of fresh air having seasons. But yeah, I personally think the game's really, really fun, really, really smooth. The cons, like I said, the major cons for me is the time gating of PvP, but again, it's not the end of the world. Oh, another huge thing that they pride themselves on, there is zero pay to win in this game. Even if you go onto their website, the first couple lines is where they say that this game will not have pay to win. Now, obviously a free-to-play MMORPG, Chinese, Tencent, people are going to say, oh, mobile as well. People are going to say that's cap. But I mean, so far, there is no way to, what can they do for pay to win? There is no way of doing that. They can obviously charge for cosmetics, charge for mount skins, charge for like a battle pass maybe, or season pass. But I can't see a way of them, how the game is set up and the fact that you can literally run dungeons back to back to back to back, get all the gear you want, even if you don't get lucky and roll the gear. As I said here, I go into my bag, go to redeem here, you go to the like whatever gear level you want, so gear score equipment, as long as you've got these merfolk swamp medal, which is a dungeon, you get it from a dungeon, so you can run these dungeons over and over and over again till you have enough. So like you can see here, this will be an upgrade to my weapon. and I need 6 of these, which is the botanical. So as long as I do the dungeon, the botanical dungeon, enough times to get another 4 more medals, I can then just go ahead and buy this. So there is no need for pay to win. There's no need for you to there's no need for them to do it. Basically, they've made the game so that you don't need this. But anyway, that's my my personal opinions and my thoughts. Leave me a comment if you've been able to play this game, if you've been able to jump into some streams, if you've checked out any of the gameplay. What are your thoughts? Do you like the graphics? What would you say is a negative for you as a player? And yeah, jump into my stream. Like I said, I'll pin it in the comment section down below. I'll be streaming this on Sunday, Monday, and I believe the game will either be going down on Monday or possibly Tuesday. So I'll be definitely streaming Sunday. I'll definitely be streaming Monday, and possibly Tuesday as well. So yeah, hop into the stream and let's have a chat. Anyway, hope to see you soon. Take care. Peace.